Black markets kids ran in their schools, a follower submission. When he was in 8th grade, everybody was obsessed with shooting these. Some people call them hornets. Well, at his school, these hornet wars were getting out of hand. Everybody all over the school was using rubber bands to shoot folded pieces of paper at each other. They would get these rubber bands from the science teacher. Well, eventually the principal was like, this has to stop. The science teacher was then no longer allowed to give students rubber bands, so they were locked up. Well, our dude had an idea. He went to the store and bought a bag of 150 rubber bands for $5. Went to school and sold them for $1 each. Business was booming. He was making tons of money until one day, at the school talent show, a bunch of kids started firing hornets at the student performing on the stage. The school staff was so mad, so they went on the cameras to see if they could find out who did it. That's when they noticed a bunch of students following our dude to his locker. They thought he was selling drugs, so the next day at school they brought in a police officer and a drug-sniffing dog. They found bags of rubber bands and stacks of money. He was then suspended for 3 days. Black markets kids used to run in their schools, part 5. This one happened at a high school. One student before school every day for 2.5 years would go to Chick-fil-A and pick up chicken biscuits. He started by picking up 20 a day, but they would always sell out. Then he upped it to 50 a day and still sell out. Eventually he was picking up 100 chicken biscuits a day and selling out every time. Other students would get to school super early just to buy these. And over those 2.5 years of him doing this, he made about $30,000. What my old carnival job taught me about carnivals, part 3. Don't get me frickin' started on the pick a duck game. Y'all know this, right? You pick up a duck, you flip it over, and it'll tell you if you want a small, medium, or large prize. Well, where I worked, every single one of the ducks was a small prize duck. We didn't put any large prize ducks in there, but they would give us a large prize duck to put in our pocket. Just in case someone asked us, do you guys even have any large prize ducks in here? Then we'd be all sneaky. As we're flipping them over, we'd toss the duck in there and be like, yeah, see, there's one right here. Shady stuff.
Most dangerous toys of all time, part 29. This is Flubber. It was a gooey slime popular in the 1960s, but they recalled it and stopped making it because there were thousands of reports of kids getting severe rashes and sore throats caused by Flubber. It is said that today, all the leftover Flubber is buried behind a warehouse because it won't burn and they can't drop it in the ocean. Most dangerous toys of all time, part 12. These are Snap bracelets. They were a very popular trend in the 90s. So popular, in fact, that a bunch of companies started selling knockoff versions of these. But the knockoff versions were banned because they were made so cheap they would slice right into a person's wrist. Most dangerous toys of all time, part 8. These are Aquadots. It's a toy where you arrange beads, spray them with water, and the design fuses together. Well, these things were so dangerous that in 2007, they had to recall 4 million kits. Apparently, the coating on the beads releases a compound called GHB, which is basically a drug that knocks you out. Back in 2007, 3 kids swallowed the beads, and they all went into comas.
Black markets kids ran in their schools, a follower submission. This kid went to a military high school and Wi-Fi wasn't allowed in the dorms. The only place on campus that had Wi-Fi was the student center. So this guy got a brilliant idea. He bought a Wi-Fi repeater and set it up next to his window. That's when he realized he got just enough signal from the student center to boost it to his entire dorm. And this is how his business started. He charged people $10 a week to keep the password. He even kept an Excel sheet with everyone's device on there and if they paid or not. Payment was due every Thursday because that was the day they would get their allowance from their parents. And if they didn't pay by Friday, he would blacklist their devices and any other unknown ones that popped up on there. At one point, he was making $200 a week, and he was never caught. Senior Prank Stories Part 2. In 1985, the senior class at this high school bought 10,000 business cards, and all the cards said was Class of 1985. Well, over the course of a few weeks, the senior class hid these cards everywhere. Behind bookshelves, in books, behind paintings and pictures. They even put them in the ceiling tiles. Literally everywhere. And this was definitely a long-term prank, because to this day, those business cards are still being found at that high school. Legendary.